Hey guys, welcome back to the Spokeo channel. You know here at Spokeo we cover all things dating, from safety tips to vetting dates and everything in between. But that doesn't mean a bad date still can't happen from time to time. I found the worst dating app stories out there from people on a Tinder forum and compiled them into my top 10. We'll start off easy, and the lower the number, the worse the story is. Let's jump right in. Where do I begin when it comes to the worst Tinder date on the internet? How about we start light with someone who doesn't even have the app? Yes, you heard me right. This user wrote that his phone was blowing up on his way to work with Tinder notifications, but he doesn't even have Tinder. Flips over his phone to see his girlfriend's case on it. Turns out they had one of those mushy matching couples backgrounds, so he grabbed her phone by mistake. Oof, someone has some explaining to do when she gets home. Our number 9 spot is something that made me cringe. A male user wrote he met a girl on Tinder and they talked for weeks before meeting. There was lots of sexual tension building and he was thrilled to finally lock down a date with her. And when I say tension, we're talking daddy nicknames already, okay? He's the first to arrive at the restaurant and there she is. Just as beautiful online as in person, and she starts walking over. He gets up and hugs her and she whispers in his ear, "Nice to meet you, daddy." He gets goosebumps and thinks about how good his night is gonna be. He compliments her dress and she responds, "So daddy-likey?" He plays along and says, "Yes." But then things took a turn. When the waiter asked what she wanted to drink, she responded, "Juice," in a baby voice. The guy immediately froze. When her drink arrives, she holds the glass with 2 hands and says, "Baby loves juice." He then realized he was not on a hot kinky date, but with someone that was literally acting like a baby. Oh, I'm sick. They're only gonna get worse from here, my friends. Coming in at the number 8 spot for worst Tinder dates of all time, one user found his perfect match for a hookup, that is. He found someone charismatic who was also down for a hookup. He picks her up and they head to a hotel. As they waited in the lobby to check in, she said, "Oh shoot, I left my purse in your car. Can I go grab it?" Obviously he said yes and tosses her the keys. After 6 minutes go by, he calls her and no answer. He goes into the parking lot and his car is gone. Number 7 is just creepy. There, I said it, it's creepy. This girl matched with a guy on Tinder and they began talking. She shared where she worked, her age, the normal stuff. Then one night after work, she thought she saw the guy walking outside, but he was in a hoodie passing by, so she thought nothing of it. She had never met the guy in person, so she wasn't even sure. But then, a few weeks later while working, she mentioned to the guy that she would have to text him when she gets home 3 hours later because her phone was already dying. Within 10 minutes, the guy walks into her workplace asking for her and brings her a charger. She was so creeped out that she played it safe in the moment but never talked to him again. She left work every night that week fearing he was waiting outside. If you're thinking, how is that not the worst one? Buckle up for the number 6 worst Tinder story. This user wrote that she matched with a total hunk. She got so carried away with his hot mirror pics that she didn't even realize that his phone was covering his face the whole time. She almost didn't care. After all, her face was showing in her photo, so someone this hot knew what she looked like and was still interested. After 3 days of chatting back and forth, things got flirtatious and they moved to texting. He gave her his number in the Tinder chat, and as she was typing it into iMessage digit by digit, she noticed her cousin's name coming up as a contact to text. But area codes in the first 3 numbers can be very common, right? But then she noticed the last 4 digits matched, and she had been flirting with her cousin for 3 days. The worst part, her profile showed her face, so he knew the entire time. What are your thoughts? Are these bad Tinder experiences, or have you witnessed worse? Let us know in the comments down below, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a part 2 of the worst Tinder stories.